Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 21st of January 2019 until the 27th of January 2019. And of course I'm going to start with the zodiac sign of Aries, like I do every single time. Now Aries, when it comes to you, there is going to be an opportunity that is going to become available. At the same time, you're going to need to realize that you are going to need to change your life a little bit. You are going to need to realize there is a certain stage, certain part of your life is slowly coming to an end. This is really good for you because you are entering. At the same time, you also need to know that you are entering a really important period in your life when you're going to kind of have to realize that a certain spiritual journey with certain things in your life simply came to an end. And this is going to happen in a really nice way because you are going to have a quite nice sign and quite nice indication about your personal security and safety and things like that. Something is going to kind of surprise you, but you're going to realize with this surprise, with this news that you're going to receive this week, that you're actually doing much better than what you actually thought. And that in itself is going to make you realize that you are really slowly traveling on to the next stage of your particular spiritual journey. You're also going to find yourself like a feeling really free. You will want to explore things, you will want to do things, you will want to learn new things, you want to start new things. And this is because you're finally going to feel your own personal free spirit, and that's really good. But at the same time, this is also trying to let you know that karmically you're reaching a really important part in your life, and this week is going to be really significant for you indeed. It is going to be the time when you're going to be very creative, so it's the best to use this beautiful energy to the most of its ability. Basically, what if you need to do something, if you have things to do, if you like wanted to do something for a really long time and you just didn't feel right now, this is going to be absolutely the right time, because the creativity that you are going to have, it's absolutely going to be mind-blowing. When it comes to your actual health, you're going to need to also realize that there is a certain thing that you're going to need to change when it comes to your actual diet, or when it comes to the certain habits. Something will need to go, something will need to be cut out. For you Aries, my babies, this seems to be like a really interesting week, because it seems to be like you need to get rid of the old in order to make a space or place for the new. And this is when it comes to you in the whole big picture. And even when it comes to your health, you are reaching the point when you're going to need to cut certain things out of your diet, or maybe certain habits that you have, because if you want to really work with this beautiful universal energy, this is going to be absolutely the right time to do it, because it's going to help you to get rid of the lots of toxins in your body and things like that. So this is going to be really interesting new turning point for you. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are in a relationship, ooh, what a beautiful time. Romance, beauty, connection in between two people. This is a really great time for the actual relationships. And if you had a problem with your partner, if there was a certain communication breakdown and things like that, this week is just going to be so nice, because it's like two people are getting closer together, two people are going to enjoy each other, two people are going to have a great time, and it's just all about the romance, love and tranquility. What a wonderful time for those of you that are in a relationship. And also something very significant is going to happen, and this is also going to happen just purely out of your own satisfaction when it comes to your relationship. Now, when it comes to those of you that are single, I just need to let you know, do not trust anyone. When it comes to those of you that are single, there is some kind of user there, and that user is very much so a lot to do with materialistic things and a lot to do with love. So this type of people are going to do absolutely anything just to get some kind of money of people. This is not a good person. This is not a nice person. This is most certainly the actual user. I just need to let you know that if you are single and somebody becomes available to you, like what am I seeing here, you will like them in a certain way, but then you will be able to feel subconsciously something is wrong. So no, just stay away, because if somebody, I know it sounds really horrible, but I'm warning you, and 1 week is only short, it's only a short week, this is only a weekly reading, but if somebody becomes available for you, I would stay away from them indeed, because somebody is there to try to be a little bit naughty, but you will be more clever, because I'm letting you know now that this person is going to manifest. Just stay away from them. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about this week, it's actually going to be Taurus. Now, Taurus is actually, there is a big realization that you are going to have, and this realization is going to happen through other people in your life, other people who mean to you a lot, and other people who love you, other people who feel like emotionally connected to you are going to play a really important role in order for you to have a really powerful and interesting realization that you're actually going to have. This realization is going to be important, but it's also going to make you realize that in order to get where you want to get with what you're doing right now, you are going to need a little bit of help with certain people, with the right people. Now, which people are those? Now, you need to discover this. You need to find this out, because this is going to be important for you, because the realization that you're going to have, it's going to be really big, and it's just going to make you to have a really wonderful and overwhelming emotion as well. On another hand, this is going to be completely connected to you realizing that there is something really big going to start unfolding for you, but it's not just out of the blue. It's not like, oh yeah, something big. No, baby, no. This is something that's been around for a long time. This is something that's been about for a long time. This is something that you have been focusing on in a really long time, and every single time when you're like kind of really happy with your life and happy with the whole picture, it's always this little part of you that is like kind of keep on flicking and just trying to let you know, no, you forgot about this, you forgot about this, you forgot about this. Now, this is the thing. This is the realization that you are going to have, and this is just going to help you not only to realize that you are reaching a really important part of your life as well. It is going to have a wonderful and healing effect on you, but at the same time, you're going to have a really big focus. By the time we finish this week, you're going to have a wonderful focus and a clear picture, and it's just so good because it's going to help you to give you the control over the situation, and it's going to help you to realize a lot about your own victory, mental clarity, and also about your own personal rebirth. This is going to be an important week indeed. When it comes to those of you that are actually if you're wondering about the health, it is just like a little bit, you need to be careful a little bit, because this week I can see you being a little bit stroppy. Okay, so this is going to be a stroppy week, a little bit of a stroppy week for Sagittarius. Wow, where did I get Sagittarius from? A little bit of stroppy week for Taurus. Now, so basically just try to calm down. It is going to be a lot happening this weekend. There's certain decisions that you're going to be thinking about, certain decisions that you're going to be making, certain situations that you're going to be thinking about. It's going to be taking a lot from you in a sense of like being a little bit nervous or being a little bit stroppy or being a little bit anxious. Absolutely don't worry about it. Just remember, don't take away, your first reaction. Just always remember to rise above the situation. Always remember just to sit down, just take apart from the situation, it's just grounding. It's all about grounding. If you feel like too much, if you feel too stressed, or if you feel too stroppy, just take a step back a little bit, just to relax a little bit, sit down, to close your eyes. You only need a couple of minutes. Just imagine beautiful white light going all around your body, and at the same time as this light is going all around your body, just think like it's cleansing you, it's helping you, it's re-energizing you, it's making you feel good, it's making you feel okay, and it's protecting you at the same time, it's calming you down. And then when you're thinking that, at the same time think that all your just think about your feet. Like if you think about how your feet is actually connected to the ground, think about the grounding. Just imagine like a tree roots, coming out of your feet, and at the same time that is re-energizing you and making you strong and making you powerful. This visualization can be so effective. It's unbelievable. In fact, it's a lot about visualization, and this is what you need to do, my beautiful Taurus. If you feel really stroppy, if you feel really anxious, it's not going to be too bad or anything like that, but just remember me that this is a normal things that people of course go through, and these are just the normal reactions, the way we actually react. Also, you are going to have a very good news when it comes to the certain family member. This family member really means to you a lot, and this is just going to help you to kind of like just to move on from the certain situation, because there you're going to also have your own inspiration. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be really good, because it's just the whole new strength is actually going to come through, and that new strength that is going to come through is just going to there is an idea that you are both going to have as a couple this week, and this is really brilliant, this is really good, and it is going to involve your place of living, where you live and what you do. And you can only do this, and you can only make this idea happen if you love your partner, if two people really get on together really well. So this is going to be a really brilliant step towards the right direction, because it's just going to make you both confident. It's the accomplishment, and it's also just going to kind of have an effect, like a really beautiful effect on both of you. For those of you that are single, oh my god, it is just somebody's just, for those of you that are single, it is somebody wrong in your mind is going to try to come back into your life. Now this person is wrong, this person is not meant to be there. This is somebody that maybe could be Cancerian, or it could have like ascendant Cancerian, the moon in Cancer. It depends. There's Cancer in this person's chart quite a lot, and I'm saying that it's just somebody who is going to try to come into your life. This is not the right person for you. So for those of you that are single, I would like you to just have a great time, enjoy yourself. You are going to have like this week, it's only 1 week, it doesn't last too long, so you are going to be focusing on work, you're going to be focusing on career and your life in general, especially when it comes to your home as well. But at the same time, this person is going to be keep on popping back into your mind. So I would like to stay away from that person, because this person who tries to come back into your life, it's not the right person whatsoever. Okay, it may even be just in your mind. You may just find yourself being really, really attracted to that person again. It's somebody who used to be in your life, somebody who used to be in part of your life, and somebody who's not meant to be there anymore. And this is just going to be like a little learning experience from you, and it's just going to remind you and put you back into balance, like why you're not with that person, why you've never ended up maybe with that person in the first place. It's all connected. Okay, so now the third sign that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be, of course, Gemini. Now, Gemini, it's a little bit strange start to the week, because you're going to feel like a little bit down, you're going to feel a little bit sad, just in the first like couple of days of this week, because it is just going to be a little bit of heartbreaking situation that you're going to do. You're just not going to be able to kind of understand somebody and understand somebody's actions. There's also going to be three persons are going to be involved with this situation, which is just going to have an effect on you, which is just going to give you a little bit of heartbreak situation, and it's just going to make you feel like a little bit sad, and it's to do a lot with a certain absence. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, that this situation, it's also going to kind of be quite having a negative effect on you. But on one hand, it's just going to kind of make you to feel a little bit down, to make you feel a bit low. So that's quite, of course we have to go through these things in life. Of course, indeed. But at least this is happening. It's a yin-yang. I'm doing this because it's a yin-yang. My mind is like all over the place. And this is happening only because this is the beginning of the week, so it's a yin-yang, so this is at least going to happen at the beginning of the week. But what I'm going to say to you, that this is going to be really good, and you know why? I'm telling you, it's a heartbreaking situation, which means that it's going to be the situation, it's coming from the situation where you're going to be a little bit disappointed and heartbroken because of somebody else, or because of some other people in your life. But this is really good, because it's going to take you to withdraw from the situation that week, and it's going to be like a little hermit mode. Now this hermit mode is going to be the key. This hermit mode is going to be the answer. When I say the hermit mode, you're going to need to step back from the situation, you're going to feel like it, and this is going to be purely because you're going to feel a little bit low. I'm not trying to make you feel really bad, but listen to this. At the time when you feel like a little bit down, a little bit low, it's like a really important to step back from the situation. This is going to be such an important time, because your spirit guides, your divine, your angels, are going to try to let you know that there is something really important about to happen to you, and really important about to happen after this week. So what is going to happen is the realization. You're going to start drifting away a little bit once you kind of step back from the situation, and this is your moment, this is the time, this is the key. Your third psychic eye is going to be really enhanced, and your spirit guides, your angels, your guardian angels, are just going to be all around you to give you a really important message. This important message that you are going to have, it's going to give you an information and realization about somebody in particular, but it's also going to be connected to your own balance and to your own victory and mental clarity indeed. So this is really important, because this is also going to have a direct impact on your synchronicity, which means that it's going to help you a lot with the grounding with other things in your life, and also it's going to help you to actually realize that there is just behind the corner, there is the beginning of something really big also about to start happening to you, and it's going to be really good, and it's going to be really wonderful. And that's why I'm saying that this week is going to be really, really important as well. You are going to be asked some kind of question this week, and the answer to that question, if you're wondering if it's a yes or no, it's going to be yes. And also some kind of traveling is going to become quite significant. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually, when it comes to like your health, it is just, this is how it's going to seem like, just it's like a little bit stress, just it's like a little bit like sadness, you know, this is what I said, a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of sadness, but this is actually going to be really, really good. I know it sounds crazy, but that is the feeling, these are the feelings, and these are emotions, and these are the energies that you are simply going to need to go through this week. Because you will see exactly what I mean. Something really important is actually going to happen to you, and that is just going to become the whole new beginning, and I can even say the whole new adventure is just behind the corner. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationships, you need to be careful, because your partner might be like there is a little hidden enemy around your partner, so I just need you to be a little bit careful. So if you know what this means, I would like to, or if you don't know what this means, I would like to kind of I would like you to pay attention to your partner and what your partner is doing at the moment, because your partner might have something offered to them, but it's like a kind of some kind of a hidden enemy around your partner. This is only going to be for this week, so I just need you to be a little bit careful and make your partner aware, let your partner know. I do think that your partner is going to come out of it and is going to be able to step back from the situation indeed, but I just need to let you know to not to start any massive negotiations, big negotiations, or to buy something massive, big or huge this week. And week after that it's fine, but not this week. Remember, this week is from the 21st until the 27th of January 2019. When it comes to those of you that are actually single, it is just a realization that somebody is not going to be good for you. Sorry, but it's better to realize than, you know what I mean, just keep going and keep going and keep going, and it's not good. But it's just that you had an eye on someone, or you're going to have an eye on someone this week, and I just said to you to stay away from this person, because this person is not good for you. This person is not who they claim they are. This person is like a little bit negative, and it has got very conflicting ideas and very conflicting way of thinking when it comes to your way of thinking. So most certainly this person is not the right person for you, but there is going to be the realization, an important realization that you're actually going to have through this. Indeed. Now, going on the fourth sign that I'm going to be talking about now, it's going to be Cancer. Very important week for you, Cancer. Again, because this is a completion that is happening. This completion that you are having, it's also telling you that's an important journey you had last year. There were things happening last year in 2018, and now this is the product, this is direct result of what was happening in 2018. But this is a lot to do with you, this is a lot to do with your success, this is a lot to do with your health, this is a lot to do with your finances, and it's a lot to do with a certain journey that you made recently, or you're about to make, and you are on a certain journey now. However, this is really good, because there is going to, a new option is coming through, a new option that is just going to become literally life-changing for you, because it's connected to the time 9 or 10 months ago when you were feeling really miserable, and you weren't too sure which way to go, you weren't too sure what was happening. So now this is going to be the direct result of that. Indeed, it is a lot to do with you actually realize, wow, I've done so well, and it is just certain elements from your immediate future, from your close future, are going to become very evident here. Indeed, and June 2019, it is going to have a direct impact on this particular week, and it's a lot to do with what you start creating now, what you start making now, whichever seeds you start making now. June 2019 is going to be like, ooh la la, because it's all about you growing with this energy, growing with the power, and it's all about your own enterprise, and it's all about you kind of progressing with yourself and feeling really great. There is a big resolution to a problem that you are going to have, and it's going to come through as a beautiful healing, and it's going to come through as a beautiful conclusion, and that is just going to be really good. It is going to be an important compromise that you're going to have as well, but above all, this is going to be a really great time of wisdom and the practical knowledge that you gained in the last year especially. a new strength is going to come through, a new strength is going to come forward, and that strength that you are going to have, it's going to be your power, because you are going to come across the situation where normally you would be like, oh God, I'm not too sure what to do, but now you're going to be like, hello darling, you see. So this is going to be quite good actually. And also when it comes to your health, just try to this week, try to sit down, try to relax as much as you can. Don't try to kind of like run around like too much, or try to not to get stressed too much, try to not to get too tired, you know. Just it's important to have a little breaks this week, because it is just like this week is going to become quite busy, but when it comes to your health, it is just important to just have a little break every now and then, okay? Because it's going to help you quite a lot with the balance. And also try to not to stand on your feet for too long. If you have a job that you're standing on your feet and then you can't help, of course you can't help, but just try to make sure that you're breaking it down somehow by actually going to sit down and choosing the areas the way when you're going to make a little breaks to sit down and relax a little bit. When it comes to the actual relationships, and those of you Cancerians that are in a relationship, you know, I need to tell you that this was quite good actually, because your partner is going to have a big moment this week, or your partner is going to have a big time this week, because it is just like some kind of really big problem that your partner had. It's actually going away. And the reason why this is happening, and the reason why this problem is going away, it's only because your partner made a really important decision recently, and that is just going to be extremely important for both of you, because you had a moment and you had a time when you both felt like you were a little bit restrained, you see. And so this is going to be direct answer to it, and this is just going to all kind of make sense. And the things that you went through, it wasn't for nothing. It's most certain it's actually, this is all about to pay off for you as a couple, okay? And those of you that are actually single, it is just this is going to be the week when you're going to be kind of like really focusing on your friends. You're going to focusing on your life, and you're going to be focusing on your achievement a lot. I do see you like spending a time with your friends, and I do see you like having a really important reconnection with your friends. This is not going to be the week when you're going to see someone, you're going to meet someone, but most certainly this is going to be the week when you're going to have a really important reconnection with your friends. But this is just so important, so important, so important for you, because there is a life-changing also for so many signs. There is an important opportunity to have a life-changing time this week, you see, and it's all about the beginning, it's all about the start. So you're going to have some kind of really nice idea that you're actually going to have through your friends this week. Okie dokie. Okay, so now the next sign is actually going to be Leo. Now Leo, this is going to be really good, because it looks like the whole balance is about to come back. You see, there is something that is going on in Leo's lives at the moment. It's a little bit difficult, okay? It's bringing lots of Leos down, okay? And this has been in Leo's lives at the moment for a little while, and it's very much so connected to the certain person in their life. It's very much so connected to the certain person who Leo's loves, the certain person who Leos feel completely connected to. This could even be an animal. It doesn't have to be a person necessarily. It could be like a pet. It could be something, but it's just that the Leos have been going through lots of worrying when it comes to the certain person. And you, my gorgeous Leos, you know, you're such a wonderful people. I really love you to bits. I love you all, of course, but the Leo, now when I connect to this situation, when I connect to you Leos, yeah, I know how unselfish you are when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your emotions. You're so beautiful people. You're so wonderful. So this is why this little bit of a downside going to happen this week, because you, as I said, the Leos are going through something quite difficult emotionally, and it's connected to somebody else. This already started, it's about to start, or it's going to start, you see. And this is why I'm saying that it's going to be fine, it's going to be okay, and it's just like basically you just have to trust your instincts. This is what I want to say. You just have to trust your instincts. And then on another hand, this emotional situation that you are going to have, it doesn't matter, because it is going to have, believe me or not, at the end of that, it's going to happen really enlightening and wonderful experience. Enlightened, not, I wouldn't say wonderful, but it's, sorry, I wouldn't say wonderful, but you are going to have a really enlightening experience, because there is going to be really important realization that you are going to actually actually going to have through this. And believe me or not, you're going to need to go through this in order to have a control over the situation. And this is also very much so connected to certain absence and certain sorrow. But it's really, really important to actually go through, because this is going to be just the start of the new beginning for you. And you're going to realize that there is the whole new emergence going to actually emergence, like emerging. You know, the whole new situation is just going to start manifesting for you, and it's going to bring the whole new promise when it comes to you and when it comes to your life. Because also on another hand, it is going to make you feel really creative, and it's going to make you realize something really important about your life. And you're also going to have a really important and significant resolution to the problem, and that is going to come through a certain conclusion, and that is also going to come through somebody else who is going to give you really powerful advice this week. You need to remember to kind of like this is a really important week when it comes to karmas to you, so you need to remember that it's important to forgive and to forget as well. Really, really important time, because this week, this is not all that I'm talking about emotionally you're affected and all that. The bottom line here, my gorgeous Leos, is that this week is really important for you, because spiritually you're about to grow. Spiritually you're about to grow, and this is why you need to go through certain things, and you were going through the certain things, which means that on another hand, karmically, this is brilliant for you, and your spirit is about to evolve on the whole new level. Don't worry, we'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, and as I said, emergence. This is all about your emergence. This is all about your power. This is all about you rediscovering yourself. Also, you know, I just have to say, when it comes to stress, you see what I mean? There's a lot of stress going on this week, but that's just, you know, that's just what can we do? You know, these are normal reactions, you know, in our lives. But so when it comes to your health, it's just, I can see that it is like your bones and your joints again are going to be sensitive, very, very sensitive indeed. So please, like when it comes to your joints, when it comes to your bones, when it comes to your skeleton in general, sciatica and things like that, this is going to be like quite significant this week. Just try to make sure that you also rest. Try to make sure that you to take it easy, and if you're standing at your job, including standing and walking, just try to make sure that you have lots of little breaks, okay? And also when it comes to stress, you know, this is going to be a little tiny bit stressful week, but only because you're just going to find yourself being in a cortex of like for example, like emotions, and there is a lot going to be happening when it comes to emotions, feelings, love, and also there's a lot going to be happening when it comes to your life in general, because there's certain decisions that are going to need to be made at the same time. So this is going to take quite a lot from you. So this is why I'm saying this is going to be a little bit stressed week, but you're going to be absolutely fine. You also should wear like or should have some kind of black stones or black crystals on you, like a black tourmaline, you know, and things like that. Dark crystals, but especially black tourmaline would be absolutely perfect for protection this week. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, Leos that are in relationship, basically is just it is going to be the right time to do something different. It is going to be the right time to try to like have a new page, have a new leaf, do something different, book a journey, book a trip away, go away. But it's just going to be very good to do something in order to have an effect on a certain stagnation. There was a little stagnation when it comes to partners, husband, wives, or whatever you have, little stagnation, whatever you have. Gosh, little stagnation period. You need to act on it. You need to do something. You need to have a little edit here. Okay, and when it comes to those of you Leos that are single, I judge that most certainly this is not going to be the right time to actually find someone, because you are also going to be thinking about your love, about some kind of love, some kind of person that used to be part of your love life. You see, somebody's going to keep on coming back. Somebody will try to come back into your life, but not like they will not phone you or something like that. But what I was going to say is just that you're going to kind of start feeling very drawn towards a certain lover, an ex-lover from your life, you know, somebody who used to be with you. But this is not the right person, because this person is just somebody who, again, is just your karmically and spiritually, your spiritual journey ended with this person. So I would just kind of stay away from them. But it's also going to make you realize something really important about you, something important about your spiritual journey, and something important about that person as well. And this is going to be quite interesting here. So it's not going to be the right time to find a new love. You're not going to find a new love this week, but it's just, it is the ex-lover of somebody who you wanted to be with maybe, and you just never have been with them. This is also could be like that, could come back in a certain form. And this is going to have a really wonderful turnaround here for you as well, as in form of realization about who you like, who you fancy, and who is going to be your next person that is going to become available to you. Okay, so now the next sign, the next sign is going to be Virgo. Now Virgos. Now you've got like a ooh la la here. You are like just going to be on top of the world. You are having your little wings that are going to grow, that is going to help you fly. You're going to be just like ooh la la. The health, you know, health wise, the energy is just going to be like la la, like really, really great. So the energy levels are going to be fantastic. There is a fantastic balance that you are going to have. Lots of Virgos were suffering from a stomach problems, from digestions, and feeling a little bit stressed or stroppy lately. Now there is a wonderful balance going to come forward, and this week is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. You're going to find yourself like a being on top of the world, and you're going to find yourself like achieving the most things you have achieved in a really, really long time, Virgos. You are going to be showered by the sacred energy. You are going to be showered by the sacred powers. You're going to have your spirit guides and your guardian angels, your God with you throughout this week. It's just so important to step aside, Virgo, and look at the whole week from a whole different angle. What do you need to do? What needs to happen? What's important? What do you need to start? What do you need to finish? What do you need to pay attention to? This is just so important, because there is going to be an amazing power that you are going to have. That power is going to give you an amazing will. So as I said, when it comes to your health, this is going to be absolutely brilliant week, because also when it comes to digestion, I said this is what I was going to say earlier. Lots of Virgos were suffering from digestion and very, very stomach, like sensitive stomachs and things like that, you see. So now this is going to start improving, you see, when it comes to energy and digestion. And lots of Virgos felt really like drained energy really quickly, like, and things like that. It wasn't affecting your work or something like that, but this is what lots of Virgos were feeling. So now this week you're going to be able to feel like you're on top of the world, which is absolutely brilliant. You are going to find yourself being amazingly productive. You are going to find yourself with a whole new promise this week. Indeed, productive, and the control over the situation, control over the things that you didn't have a control before. And also as a team, there is something wonderful going to happen to you and the team of people together. There are other people that are going to be involved in the situation that you're going to go through this week, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant for you, and you're going to feel very pleased, and a certain dream is going to start unfolding. Beautiful lotus is going to become available, and the first petal, it's going to unfold itself this week for you, my beautiful Virgos. And that full petal, it's going to make you realize something really important. And that full petal is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because it's going to be the beginning of something really, really big. The whole new beginning, the whole new idea, the whole new focus is going to happen here. This is going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing week for you, Virgos. I don't even know how to explain this for you, how great this week is going to be. It is all about you getting your clear focus. It's all about your victory and mental clarity, and realizing that you're having so many resources that you actually need in order to move on. You were like kind of almost tricked into the certain situation, almost tricked into the certain way, almost tricked into the certain stagnation without realizing, oh my goodness, you know, it's here, but you couldn't just realize it's here. And this is exactly what is going to happen. This Virgos is going to be the new beginning. This Virgos is going to be the beginning of the new adventure for you and for the people in your life, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. As I said, the whole new promise is going to come through, the whole new promise is going to come forward, and instinctively there is something very strange going to be on your mind, very unusual on your mind, and you will also have the need to talk to someone and to ask someone for the advice. No, listen to yourself, listen to your intuition. It's going to be so important, and it's a lot to to do with you thinking about strange. It's something strange, something unusual, and you're going to need an advice. And just remember, you do not need an advice from anyone else this week, because you are going to be showered with a special power, with a special energy, Virgos. And this shower is also at the same time going to make you have a stronger connection with your spirit guides. And the little word, something is going to come through to you, and it is going to be like an omen that you are going to have this week, that is just going to be connected to an animal that's walking on the earth. Animal. Think about an omen and think about an animal. Okay, and what else I was going to say, it's basically now, Virgos, my babies, and those of you that are actually in relationship, it's also important to remember that there is going to be a really big improvement. I'm not saying that you had a terrible time being in a relationship or something like that, but maybe you also had a little bit of like a time that you weren't too happy, and the time that you weren't too certain, time that you didn't know what to do. And also there is a certain thing that you need to remember when it comes to your partner, because there is something that you're still holding on to, and you shouldn't holding on to that. So there is the realization that it's all about you. Forgive and forget when it comes to your partner. This is going to be really important, because this is the time for improvement, this is the time for development, and this is the time for the actual rebirth in between you and your partner when it comes to your relationship. But before that, to let your spiritual journey to go on the next level, you need to remember that you need to forgive and forget something to your partner, because you're holding on to something that you know you don't need to hold on for anymore. And for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you are just going to really have a great time this week. Spiritually, this is going to be an important time. Spiritually, you're about to rediscover yourself, and you're not going to find somebody really important, but I can see you like a flirting with people. I can see you again having a great time with people. I can see you feeling good, feeling powerful, and this is just going to be absolutely the right thing to do, because that in itself is going to bring you the whole new realization and the whole new balance. Go out there, enjoy yourself, have some fun, Virgos. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be Libra. Now, Libra, you need to remember to do things efficiently. You're going to come to the point this week, like in the first couple of days, oh no, why am I doing this? This is not going to work. This is going to be weird. This is going to be strange. This is going to be odd. This is going to be, no, just go for it. Just remember me. Remember what I said. There is going to be the moment when you things are gonna seem like, oh God, why am I doing this? This doesn't make sense. Don't get deluded by this. Don't get tricked by this. Don't get tricked into the situation, into the wrong situation. After the storm, what happens after the storms? It's a beautiful sunshine. You are already going through the mini little storm, and you will see exactly what I mean. But especially in that particular week, it is just going to be the feeling when you're going to feel like, oh no, I'm not doing this anymore. And that is going to be the most important time. That is going to be like a ridiculously important turning point indeed, because that is going to make you realize something really important. You need to carry on working, doing things. No, it's not only about work, but you need to keep on going on the same road. You need to keep on going on the same road and be efficient. And now what is going to happen? It's going to be boom, boom, boom. When I say boom, 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 it is the whole new hope that is going to come through, the whole new hope that is going to come forward. And this is going to be amazing. I can see the new option that's going to become available to you. It's going to come in a form of like a bright prospect, a whole new hope, new idea, new beginning. And this is only going to be the beginning of that. This is only going to be your realization. This is only going to be you set on the different journey. You set, to think about it, and there's going to be the whole new perspective that you're going to realize about your life, and that is going to bring you the whole new perspective. And it's also going to be pretty much so connected to you actually doing certain things and changing things a little bit, because this is all going to be also the beginning of something really significant for you when it comes to like you starting on a new journey. You are starting on a new road. It's a lot that is going to start happening, a little bit of confusion about the world around you, like you just gonna have to remember to listen to your own self, listen to your intuition, listen to your common sense, and make a decision, by listen to your own common sense, listen to your own intuition, because you're also going to be rather sharp this week, okay? Just like a Virgo, you're going to be quite sharp when it comes to your intuition, like you're going to realize something really, really important. there is an amazing practical knowledge you are going to have, and these are those that you don't even realize that there will be what you do and what you're really good at. It is just going to become very significant this week. Time to shine, time to show yourself, time to go for it, time to be radiant, because this week you're going to achieve something really good, and also it's going to be connected to the whole new initiative that is also on another hand going to make you realize something really fantastic about yourself and fantastic about your life. There is the realization that unlimited possibilities that are coming to you become available, and it's completely connected to your current situation, Libras. So this is why I'm saying this is going to be so important, okay? The whole new enthusiasm, it's going to come through, and the whole new optimism is going to come through. Time to shine, my beautiful Libras, indeed. When it comes to the actual health, it is just you need to do something important. When it comes to your health, you need to you need to swim. You're going to need to swim, Libra. This would be fantastic. Water. If you can't swim, then try to kind of have a time in a bath, try to spend some time in the water. Water is going to be very significant for you and very powerful for you and very powerful for your health, okay? Ideally, to go into the swimming pool, and if you can swim in the swimming pool, but then if you can't, then if you don't have a swimming pool, you can go out on the beach, if it's a warm in your part of the world, then you can go and swim on the beach. But it's really important to swim. It's a lot to do with the minerals, vitamins and minerals, but that we get in the sea, of course. But if you can't go in the sea, it's not only about vitamins and minerals, but it's a lot about moving the certain muscles. When we swim, we move the certain muscles we don't normally move, and this is why this is going to be so important and very significant for you. If you can go and do some swimming, this would be absolutely fantastic. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, it's brilliant, because your partner is going to surprise you rather nicely this week, and your partner is going to be wondering about something, whether you should do it or not, and you're going to really play an important role, because you're going to need to have an impact here. There is something really important going to happen to your partner. When I say that, I'm meaning that your partner is also going to be the part of something really big. Your partner is also going to be having a really important option available for you, and it's also you need to put your input in this as well. When it comes to those of you that are single, it's just basically you are going to kind of be the part of the situation where it is just going to be rather busy week this week, and you're going to be reconnected with a certain people, but these people are nothing to do with maybe friends as much, but it's also to do with the people who are actually going to kind of help you a little bit on the certain path and help you a little bit on a certain journey. It is just not going to be the great week to find someone. It is not going to be the week when you're going to meet someone, but it's most certainly going to be the week when you're going to do a really big change this week, and that big change that you're going to do is just going to have a really big impact on you, actually allowing someone very, very interesting to actually manifest in your life when they manifest, okay? So this is going to be an important week for those of you that are single, although you're not going to meet anyone. Okay, so now I'm going to go on the next sign, and it's going to be Scorpio. Now Scorpio, oh dear. No, I'm joking. No, Scorpio is a really big change that you're going to have. This is going to mean two things. Big change that you're going to have this week. It's only going to start manifesting. And this is to do with your home. Okay, so this means that you're going to have a big change to do with your home, but you are the one who's going to need to do it. You are the one who's going to need to start this. You're going to be the one who's going to need to make this, okay? And this is all about, you're going to need to make a really wise decision this week. You are going to make a really wise decision this week, and it's a lot to do with your own judgment and serene knowledge, okay? And it's also a lot to do with you kind of connecting and reconnecting with your subconscious mind, and you're also paying attention to strange things this week, unusual things this week, odd things this week, bizarre things this week are going to be happening to you, are going to be happening around you, and also certain people are going to do strange things, and that is just going to make you realize what on earth is going going on. But listen to me very careful, as the strangest things are happening, there is some, at the same time, there is going to be like a new option become available for you. New option is going to become available for you only because you will realize something really, really important. First of all, it's not going to make sense. First of all, you're going to say like, no way, really? And then that in itself is just going to change. It's going to bring the whole new energy, the whole new balance. Is going to help you to bring in the whole new focus, grounding, strength. And at the end, this is just going to really have direct impact on your own emergence. You are about to be reborn this week, okay? And also, it is just gonna be a significant time because you're also going to realize something about the finances. And I like the Scorpios because you're going to be able to kind of chill out and relax a little bit. And also the certain area in your life that was happening 3 years ago is just that started manifesting and happening 3 years ago, that was draining a lot of your energy and draining, like maybe it didn't have a really great impact on your finances and on your success. Now this is coming and this is about to come to an end. You're about to open your eyes towards the whole new world, and this is just going to become like a volcano for you, because it's just also the energy wise, you're going to feel absolutely amazing. And that's another thing that I was going to say to you, Scorpio, that if you feel really low, like the energy wise, then this is going to affect you, because you're very, very deep signs, you're very complex signs indeed. Okay, so this is going to affect you like quite a lot. So that's why I'm saying that this is, when it comes to your health, this is probably going to be one of the best weeks so far, seriously, one of the best years in a long time, because you're just going to kind of find yourself having a lot of energy, find yourself being really open-minded, find yourself being really optimistic, and find yourself like being very keen to start new things, and find yourself like doing strange things, like doing things slightly differently, like finding yourself like, you're going to find yourself like being really friendly. I'm not saying you're not friendly. I'm just saying that you're going to find yourself like even talking to people and connecting to people. It is going to be the important week of connection, reconnection, and the friends from the past are going to come through. There's an important certain person in particular that is just going to mean so much to you, that is going to come back or try to come back into your life. This is not a love or to do with emotions, but it's to do with a certain person in your life, all the way from like maybe childhood, somebody who means to you quite a lot. It's going to come through, it's going to come forward. You're also going to be asked something really important this week. Something really important. It's going to be like, what should I do? What should I do? The answer is going to be yes. The answer is going to be yes. The answer is going to be yes, okay? And this is going to be step into unknown, step into the new direction, and it's just exactly what you are going to need, Scorpio, because this in itself is going to bring the big resolution to the problem, and in itself it's just going to also help you decide something significant, and it is just going to bring people closer together, okay? And also it's just going to bring the whole new inspiration. This is going to be a very artistic week for you indeed, because you will be able to express yourself in a different way, and people will be able to understand you completely, and you will be able to understand yourself as well, and you're going to have a really, really important realization here. What else I was going to say, my beautiful Scorpio? Now, when it comes to your partner, I think that you're just going to have to like kind of be careful, because your partner is also kind of it is kind of very difficult to your partner at the moment. They're going through something really difficult that is affecting them mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It is not the right balance. So if you can break things out with your partner, and when I say break things out, if you can just take your partner and if you can go to some kind of somewhere away, or a few days away, a couple of days away, what your partner is just like maybe if you can go to the forest, and things like that, somewhere nice, to relax at a picnic, or like a little cottage somewhere nice, beautiful cottage surrounded by the snow, and things like that. Basically your partner is just going to need you to kind of help them and to put a certain input in, okay, to change things a little bit. So that's the energy they need. And when it comes to those of you that are actually single, somebody's just going to be flirting with you this week. Somebody will be wanting you this week, Scorpio, and you're just gonna like kind of ooh la la. And this is either going to be at work, or this is either going to be at a hobby. If you're not working, maybe certain hobby, maybe it's going to be in the gym, or maybe it's going to be like summer, but it's going to be that you're going to be surrounded by other people, and you're going to be standing there for a little while, and there is someone in particular that's going to come forward, like really like interesting, nice, amazing, and this person is not going to be able to like kind of, you're not going to be able to believe that they like you, and you're going to be thinking, well, no, they're not going to like me, but you're just going to be wrong, because this is all what's going to be. They will like you indeed, and I think that you're going to enjoy yourself, but at the same time you're going to like the fact that somebody who you think it's an amazing looking, and somebody who you think that would never fancy you, maybe for whichever reason. Now this is going to be a really important realization, because also at the same time it is just going to make you realize something really powerful, and it's going to be the time of your own readjustment. Okay, so now the next sign that, oh gosh, that's my pillow there. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's actually going to be Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius, you see, you're also going to have a very strange start of the week, because it is going to be a little bit of a negative situation, a little bit of like emotional situation that happened just recently, and that it's also going to be going on at the beginning of this week. It's just going to kind of bring you down a little bit, and it's going to make you feel like a little bit sad, and you're just going to need to remember that it's really important. This is a really important time of like development for you, and this is not going to this is not going to remember forever. This is not going to be this is not going to be going on forever, but it's just basically just to remember. This is caused by some kind of sadness. This is caused by some kind of anger. This is caused by some kind of negative feelings that have been going for a while, and you didn't resolve this situation properly. You didn't resolve this situation, and just maybe two people just went away and it wasn't resolved, and it just stayed making really negative amount of this energy, negative energy that is growing and growing and growing, and making things more difficult by making everything feeling heavier, and making everything feeling negative, and making everything feeling even bad. So because it was so clouded in between you and a certain situation that happened not that long ago, whether you realize this or not, you were affected emotionally. Now that is going to come back, okay? Sagittarius, you're going to realize what this is and what am I talking about, and that is going to come back indeed. And the reason why this is going to come back is only because it's the time to also like kind of forget about it. It's time to move on from this negative situation, and because that negative situation took way more from you than what you possibly thought. So the bottom line here is it's time to repent and forgive, and also it's time to it's time. This is the time for improvement and development, and in order for you to improve and develop, you're going to need to go through this little bit of negative thing, okay? And now what else I was going to say, Sagittarius, my beautiful babies, you are also going to have a really important time when it comes to your work. If you are not working, maybe if you a hobby that you have, however, the bottom line here is that there's a time for the promotion. This is a really important time for you. That's why I'm saying that I said a little bit of sadness, a little bit of grief at the beginning of this week. It doesn't matter, because look how much is actually going to be going on, but this is just going to make sense to you indeed. So the bottom line is it's just going to be the promotion, and also very important time for you for your own personal rebirth, and you're going to realize something really big, and this is also going to be purely due to your outcome of the past efforts indeed, and you're going to feel like really like a combination of material and spiritual prosperity here, which is really good, and it's just going to have a really wonderful impact on you. I need to tell you that your instinct is going to be like, my goodness, your instinct is just going to be like, wow, so strong and very powerful. Sagittarius, my babies, you know, this is probably going to be the most powerful week when it comes to your intuition so far. So you are going to find yourself in a really strange place. You're going to find yourself like really connected to the very strange and bizarre things, or you're going to feel like, oh, I want to do something different. But this is also very important for me to say, just go for it, because it's the instinct is going to be so strong and so powerful. And another thing that I was going to say, that you are going to be going through the really important situation when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career. It's a significant decision that you're going to need to make, and that decision that you're going to need to make is actually going to need, it's going to all also you're going to need to come from you through you. It is just also going to be an omen that you're going to have, have this week, and that omen also, it's going to be connected to the water. It's something to do with the water. You could even have a certain realization and certain idea while you're swimming, or while you're in the shower, while you're in a bath. There is something really important that you are going to have, the important realization about yourself, about what you've done so far, and about what you want to do next. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, you also need to remember, I can see legs being a little bit of a sensitive area, and I can see maybe your hips being a little bit of a sensitive area. Okay, and it goes all the way up until your lower back, which is also telling me here that it's so important for you, my babies, to like kind of keep on remember as well. It's not the first time I'm seeing in this reading, but it's as well, you need to remember to have a break every now and then. Whatever you do, just make sure not to go too much. Whatever you do, make sure you have a little break. Go and have a little sit down, make a little breaks, because for once it's going to break down what you do. But on another hand, when it comes to your health, it's going to be really important to kind of don't stand on your legs for too long. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, for those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to have a really something very strange happen to them, like very strange. Your partner's going to be disgusted by this. Your partner is going to be disgusted by something, by someone. Someone is just not going to be really good to your partner, and somebody is just going to make your partner feel very wary of them, and your partner is going to be quite unhappy and disappointed because they're going to be going through bitter experience, and that in itself had an effect on your partner for a while beforehand, because your partner couldn't move on unless they sorted this out, and it just made your partner being stationary, like it makes your partners have like a stationary period in your partner's life because of this situation. So maybe your partner was expecting something, a different outcome. The outcome is not going to be the best, so that's why you just have to make sure, and it's to do with materialistic things maybe and things like that. So your partner is going to have really maybe a slightly difficult time this week, but you also need to kind of just make sure that your partner understands that there is so much more going on, there's so much more to life, and also try to surprise your partner. Do something for your partner this week. Buy something interesting to them, because they're going to be benefiting from a really nice new energy indeed. For those of you that are for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, there is some kind of romance coming through this week. There is some kind of love coming through this week. There is some kind of beauty, perfection, harmony, and trust coming through this week. And it's all going to come through one person. One person is just going to become available to you this week. And you're going to like this person. You're going to fancy the pants of them. You're going to like them so much. And it's not only about that, but it's about the beautiful harmony, power, and energy that you're both going to have, that you're both going to feel. You're going to feel freedom around this person. Okay, when you meet this person, when this person made themselves known, you're going to feel very free with this person, free to do whatever you want. You're not going to feel negative or down or low or anything like that. This is somebody who is going to have a very significant impact on your life, and it's also going to manifest at around the time when there are lots of other people around you. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be reading now, it's going to be Capricorn. Now Capricorn, okay, you are basically, your week is going to start like you're just not going to believe. It's going to be busy, it's going to be interesting, there's a lot going to be happening, a really nice completion that you're going to have. You're going to be thinking about a certain journey, you're going to be thinking about a certain traveling. There is also going to be the family member that is going to have a rather good news, and that news that your family member is going to have, it's also going to concern you. And it's also going to mean that the stagnation period in your both lives when it comes to the certain problem is going to come to an end, because lots of people are actually other people are going to be connected to this situation in something that has been going on for a really long time. Also, when it comes to the actual overwhelming emotion, what I was going to say is just that you're not gonna believe that something is also going to really work out for you so nicely, because it's something that you started a really long time ago, quite a while, and maybe it didn't work how it was meant to work, and now you're going to have a quite nice surprise indeed. And here you're going to get your new promise through your own person almost like yin-yang situation. Okay, so certain things needed to be a little bit clouded in order to now have a really beautiful sun and really beautiful sunshine. And this is all going to resolve in you also having a really nice change when it comes to your home. But you will have a big change, which is going to be a good change, but it's also going to require from you, like financially, to do something financially in order to make certain changes, the necessary changes that you need. Do need that this is going to be the right time for them to start now. What else I was going to say, you're also going to, when it comes to the actual work, when it comes to career, I mean, this is really, really good, because you can expect like some kind of apprenticeship, you can expect like the step in the right direction indeed, and that apprenticeship that you are going to have is just going to make you feel really good, because you're going to find yourself being very, very committed. There's a certain task that you're going to have, certain task that is going to manifest this week, and that task that is going to manifest this week is just going to make you feel really committed, and you're going to find yourself in such a place like, oh my God, I'm so committed, I love it, I love it, I love it. And as more as you do it, the more you're going to love it. The more as you do it, the more you're going to be committed. The more as you do it, you're going to realize something really important about what you want to do next. And it's what you do now, but it's just kind of going to have a certain changes, because there are going to be lots of elements that are going to be added to it. And these elements that have been added to it, that are going to be added to it, are going to be absolutely the whole new point of the new direction that you're actually going to have. It is going to be the whole new passion. Capricorn, my babies, I can put this in just few words. This week is just going to bring it the whole new passion. You're going to have a whole new passion this week indeed that is going to be born. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Okay, what else I was going to say now, when it comes to your actual health, my beautiful Capricorns, when it comes to the actual health, I need to tell you that you are just going to kind of a little bit of balance. You're going to need to make sure to have the right work-life balance. Don't just work without having any balance. Or maybe if you're retired, it doesn't matter. If you're not working, you still have to remember about your balance. Think about your balance. Work, or if you like what you do, exercise, and if you can exercise would be brilliant, like maybe go run a little bit, jogging, remember about the diet, remember about everything else, because this is going to be an important time to get the work-life balance absolutely perfectly fine, because that in itself means that you are going to use this wonderful balance of energies, which are going to kind of have a really wonderful effect and impact on you. If you get this right, you go with the sync of this beautiful energies, which is just going to give you a wonderful achievement, which is just going to make you feel really good about yourself, but also it's just going to have a really brilliant effect on you. Okay, and what else I was going to say, it's like basically what you need to also, for those of you that are in relationship, you see, you are going to kind of you and your partner are going to realize something really important. Okay, for those of you that are in a relationship, you and your partner are going to realize something really important, but this is so deep, this is really spiritual, and this is really beautiful, and this can only happen to two people who really love each other, and this can only happen to two people who are like really connected to each other, almost an illuminating beautiful radiant experience that you're actually going to have, you and your partner. And this is going to be so good, because it's going to be a really important decision that is going to be made this week with you and your partner. And this is going to be brilliant for both of you. Okay, and for those of you that are single, this is just not going to be the right time this is not going to be the time when you're going to meet someone, because it's just going to be so important for you to be committed to the certain task at hand that I said. As more committed you are, the better your life is going to be. As more committed you are, the better your energy is going to be. As more committed you are, the more you are going to realize. As more committed you are, the more quicker you're getting that ball rolling and letting someone to come into your life. In this spiritual journey, and especially when it comes to you, and especially when it comes to this period, you need to go through the certain stage, you need to start them, go through them, and then come to an end, and then the certain new spiritual journey is going to start. This is what you need to go through first, and once you do this, then you're going to have a kind of realize that you came to the end of this journey, the whole new journey is going to happen, and then somebody else is going to come through, somebody else is going to come forward and become the love of your life. But then you see, so when it comes to those of you that are single, this is not going to be the best time to find somebody new. You're not going to find someone new, but that doesn't matter, because it's only 1 week, and that week you're going to be focusing on apprenticeship more than anything else. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, my beautiful babies, you're just gonna have to realize, like, you are gonna have to realize, Aquarius, that basically it's the whole new turning point coming up for you. This is the whole new turning point about to happen to you. I can't express how crazy this is. I say I say crazy in the best possible way. I say crazy because it's just, this is so deep. I say crazy because this is so personal. I say crazy because this is so significant. I say crazy because just one person is going to have such a wonderful impact on you that is just, whole life is just going to start falling into where it's meant to be falling. And I'm keep on saying, and I always mention this when I talk about you, Aquarius, because I can feel you, I get you, and I know that you've been through so much, and I know energetically you were like all over the place. You couldn't like relax, you couldn't chill out, you couldn't like kind of see beyond the cloudness around you, and that cloudness around you was for a while, and it simply means that you needed to go through a certain spiritual journey, and you needed to go through like a certain things that didn't make you really happy, didn't make you really ecstatic, didn't make you really free. It gave you like a long spiritual chains that were keeping you chained for the floor. But now this is I don't know how to explain, because this is all about to shift. This is all shifted already for you. It's I told you already, this already started shifted for you. You can feel the changes, you can see the changes. You're already going through changes, Aquarius, massive changes, huge changes, brilliant changes, and this is it already started. I did say, didn't I? So now this week, this is going to be like, ooh la la, turning point. A strange situation is going to arise, an unusual situation is going to arise. A woman, a lady is going to be connected to this situation, okay? And this lady that is going to be connected to this situation, it's not going to, things are not going to come from her, but it's the certain realization that is going to happen through her. That lady is going to be around you at the same time. Maybe you just saw her, maybe you will go somewhere else, maybe you will come across that lady later on. However, when you see that, when that happens, then you could even see someone on maybe TV. It all depends. However, when that happens, you are just going to be also at the same time come across the situation that is going to be rather strange, rather weird, rather unusual and bizarre as well. And this is also going to play the major role for you, the major role for you when it comes to you, when it comes to your destiny, when it comes to your fate, and when it comes to your fortune. This is going to require from you to do something strange, to kind of, it's also going to require you you to go back into your childhood, and there is a certain thing you forgot about, you need to go back to your childhood, to take something out that is just still there, and you're missing that part, you're missing that bit. Bring it back here, and that is just going to be your massive, huge, incredible completion, Aquarius. Okay, what else I was going to say, Aquarius is just like a really fantastic turning point here. It is your wheel of fortune. Your wheel of fortune is going to be incredible. It is going to bring you generosity. It is going to bring you balance. It is going to make you feel really good about yourself, and it is going to be the week of you feeling really radiant. When it comes to your health, this is going to be the time when you just need to make sure that you're like a kind of just basically eating really healthy. I'm not saying that you're not eating healthy, but it's going to be an important week, just like kind of a regeneration. Whatever you think that the regeneration is, whatever you think that it is to do with your body, just maybe you're lacking in certain vitamins. Make sure you take certain vitamins. Maybe you would like to do a detox, because I think this is going to be an important time, because I think that lots of Aquariuses had, like in the last couple of months, this is not only this week, but in the last couple of months, lots of Aquariuses had a problem like with the digestion and problems with like a liver. It was like a sensitive area. So I would like to suggest to you to drink smoothies, to make your own smoothies in the morning, please. Like a smoothies, like especially like orange juice and the grape juice. I did recommend this before. This is so important. Oranges and grapefruit. Try to drink this, like squeeze your own, organic if possible, if you can, like for very first thing in the morning. And then, later on in the day, if you could do it, like maybe drink like a little smoothies, do smoothies like blueberry, raspberries, blackberries, this berry. This is so significant, especially if you've got like kidneys, liver. This is going to be a slightly negative area. So a berry. Try to make your own juices when it comes to the actual berries. Okay, what else I was going to say to you, it is just a whole new perspective that you are going to have, and this perspective that you are going to have this week, it's going to be connected to your practical knowledge, to your business acumen, to your money in general, and to making a really big decision, because you are going to have the combination of material and spiritual prosperity here very, very, very enhanced. I need to tell you that this is going to be the time of transition, this is going to be the time of change, this is going to be the time of rebirth, because you will be going through so much, you're going to be making certain changes, and someone else is going to have an impact on you, and this is going to be absolutely the right impact, because there is a swift activity going to start to happen. There is a really beautiful unfoldment of certain things are going to start happening here, and it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What else I was going to say, it's the radiance. People will notice you this week. People will feel you this week. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have a lot of reconnections with the friends, with the people in your family, with the people around you, and this is going to be important for you, and people are going to be telling you how good you look, and you're going to absolutely love this indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say to those of you that are actually in relationship, my beautiful Aquarius, is now, this is all about swift activity, this is all about swift change, this is all about sudden progress of movement, and this is all about directly connected to those things and those parts of your life that were just driving you crazy, that you didn't like, that you were so unhappy with, and now with your partner, this is going to have a wonderful, beautiful, swift change. Something really important is going to start happening, unfolding here, that you both are part of. Oh, very, very important new beginning. This is going to be a very important start. And for those of you that are single, it's just basically, this is not going to be the week when you're going to find somebody. This is not going to be the week when you're going to find the love of your life or something like that. But it's just, I have to tell you that the transition is going to be very strong, and the change and rebirth. You see, rebirth and regeneration and readjustment. This is all going to be the week of rebirth, regeneration, readjustment. First, you're going to need to work on that. And if you're single, after that, you're going to let the right love into your life, because all these things that I said, all these things that I mentioned are just going to be so important and are directly connected to your own spiritual journey, which means that you need to go through this, not only to spiritually evolve to the right point, to the right part of your life, of your spiritual journey, but also when you go through this, when you do this, you're going to find yourself in a completely different way, completely different place, completely different space, and that space that you're going to find yourself at is going to be the right time to actually find some new lover, or let the new lover into your life. Okay, so now the last sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be Pisces. Now, Pisces, you're going to start this week like worrying. You're going to find yourself being very emotionally, like kind of worrying about something, and emotionally feeling like a little bit anxious, because not too much, but you're just going to worry about somebody, and this worry that you had, it was just something that you had for the last 5 or 6 months very, very strongly. And it's a lot to do with the finances, it's a lot to do with the money, it's a lot to do with like a financial situation in general, you see. And this worry that you are going to have is just going to kind of make you realize that you are having a slight little bit of conflicting influence when it comes to some things, basically, which means that you didn't listen to your own intuition maybe not that long ago, and because you didn't listen to your own intuition that long ago, subconsciously you knew maybe this wasn't the right thing to do, you decided to do this, to do something, you decided to go for something, go towards the certain direction, take the certain path you weren't too sure about, you didn't listen to your own intuition. It doesn't matter, it happens to all of us. And then now this is going to be the time of unfoldment when you're going to realize that you should have listened to yourself, and you should have listened to your own intuition. This is really good. Don't worry. This is really good, because this realization in itself is going to have a wonderful impact on you for a couple of things. First of all, it's going to give you like the whole new beautiful overwhelming emotion about the new stage, a new period in your life, and also it's going to make you strongly feel about the new direction in your life. It's going to make you, it's going to kind of have like the whole new promise for you, the whole new idea for you, the whole new challenge that you're going to become so excited about. And I like this, because this is what was missing. It was missing that certain power, and that power only comes from passion. That passion only comes from your energy, and that is about to manifest now, and it wouldn't happen now if you didn't have that certain worry. So that's why I'm saying it's actually really good that you're going to have this certain worry. Also, you're going to feel like you want to reconnect your spirituality. You will want to reconnect spiritually. Please, please, please try to surround yourself with a clear quartz crystal, crystals, or try to surround yourself with amethyst crystals, like an amethyst clusters. Look at this beauty here. Ooh. Look at that beauty. This is gorgeous. You see this? When you feel spiritual, this amethyst is very powerful, very strong, very significant. It has absolutely wonderful impact on us and in our lives. It helps us to protect us. It helps us to manifest. It helps us to connect. It helps us to to connect, to manifest. It helps us in so many different ways. It helps us to connect to our spirit guides, to our angels, and also at the same time it helps us to kind of enhance our third psychic eye. But when we are going to things like a spiritually like this, this is so important, because this is going to be an important time. This is going to be an important moment. Spiritually, you're going to feel connected. So if you're working, try to have a clear quartz or amethyst, crystals around you on a desk, or if you're at home, try to have it somewhere in your home. Wherever you're spending the most of your time, you need to have these crystals, because you are about to have a really important realization, and that realization is going to come from your angels. That realization is going to come from your spirit guides. That realization is going to come through your divine, through your God. It's going to be very significant for you, and it's also going to kind of you will have an information from somebody who is some kind of teacher to you, or somebody who is some kind of an important person to you, like your guru or something like that. Maybe directly, or maybe you will watch someone like you're watching me now, and maybe this particular information that you're going to have, it's just going to be absolutely life-changing, and it's also going to have an amazing impact on you, on your personal emergence, and also it's going to give it a whole new strength. That strength is going to give you focus, and that focus is going to give you power. That power is going to make you feel really creative, and that creative energy is just going to make you realize something so important about your life, so significant about your life. So whatever is going on this week, whatever you start this week, wherever you go for this week, is so important. Do as much as you can, as much as it becomes available to you, as much as become clear to you, as much as it manifests to you that you're actually finding it really challenging. Just go for it, because you're also going to have a really wonderful reflection from all this, and that reflection is just going to kind of bring you the whole new knowledge. It's going to bring you the whole new idea, and it's also just going to become your new turning point, because you're going to find out something really powerful about yourself. But it's not only you going to benefit from it, but other people around you are going to benefit from this particular situation, because this in itself is just going to be your own transformation. I cannot explain how important this is going to be. You're also going to start feeling very close to, I don't want to do that. Shall I do this or no? Shall I do this or no? If you feel confused about certain areas in your life this week, if you feel uncertain about the certain areas in your life this week, this means that you need to pay attention to them. This means that they maybe need to stop. This means that they maybe came to an end, because it's all about you as well. It's all about transformation. It's all about come to an end with old things. Come to an end with things that don't work. Come to an end with things that are bringing you down. Come to an end with things that are actually clouding you and things around you, so you can't see crystal clear. This is so important, because this is all about transformation, clearing away the old to make a space for the new. And also it is all about your rebirth. It's all about your rebirth indeed. What else I was going to say, Pisces, it's just basically so important that when it comes to the work, this is going to be an option. New option is going to become available, and you will realize that it's going to be quite good for you as well, because it's just a lot to do with what you have done so far. Indeed, that, as I said, is just going to bring you the whole new perspective, and that in itself is just going to make you start realizing how you want more and what the next step and next direction is going to be. Be really careful, because there is a certain person that is going to come forward, that is going to come through as a hidden enemy. So just be a little bit careful this week. But then in itself, that is just going to kind of make you're going to find something rather challenging about it. I don't think that it's somebody who's too close to you, but it's just going to make you realize how people are different, how people are on different spiritual journeys, and this is going to be an important realization to you as well. Remember, also you need to remember this week that it's important to forgive and forget, to forgive and forget, forgive and forget. There is someone that you're still holding on to. There is someone that is still part of your negative feelings, negative energy. There is someone that you're still holding on to that had actually really negative impact on you not that long ago. So now this is going to be the time to actually forgive and forget, forgive and forget, forgive and forget, because this week it's important from the 21st until the 27th of January, because it is also all about the spiritual journey, about spiritual development, about karma, and about you realizing that, you know, it's forgive and forget. It's not only about forgive and forget, but it's about you realizing this, and at the same time you just go on the next spiritual journey. Your spirit actually evolves. So this is exactly what it needs to happen at this time, at this moment. For those of you, and also what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual health, it's important to exercise, balance. You're going to need to pay attention to your balance as well when it comes to exercise, and also it's like a little bit of a feeling of tiredness every now you're going to feel, and this feeling of tiredness that you are going to have, I need you to ignore, and it's going to happen like a slightly earlier. For example, if you work 8 hours, for example, then you know like 7, maybe 6 or 7 hours later, you're going to start feeling a little bit more tired than normally, but that doesn't matter at all. Just need to let you know, just carry on, because this is the time as well that it's very, very interesting, that I'm going to have to say, as more tired you feel, the more sharp your mind is going to be, and this is the balance of energy it's going to bring you. It's going to help you think crystal clear, do things crystal clear. So if you get tired, don't get amused by it, and don't let that take too much from you, because at the same time, just remember that you're also reaching this time, this moment, when you're very close to your spiritual world, when you're very close to spirit guides and things like that, to your divine, who's trying to let you know, but at the same time guiding you towards the right things in life. Okay? And what else I was going to say, for those of you that are in relationship, your partner is going to have a really good thing. Financially, great week, financially brilliant week, but also something really good is going to happen to them when it comes to their practicality, business business acumen. Something is going to happen, something is going to be offered to them that you're both going to benefit from, but also financially, this is actually going to be really, really great week, because you're going to feel like a quite good. Your partner is also going to be an important negotiation this week, and this is going to be a good week for the negotiations for your partner, just to remind you. Okay, and what else I was going to say, when it comes to those of you Pisces that are actually single, you see there is someone gonna kind of try to make themselves known, try to make themselves forward. They will be quite sexy, they'll be quite good looking, they'll be quite interesting, they'll be quite ooh la la, I like you, but there's something going to be too strange about them. Something's going to be a little bit dark about them. When I say dark, I don't mean about appearance, I mean meaning about the energy. So it is not going to be the right person. Somebody's going to do so much, somebody's too anxious, somebody's not really in a good place of mind. That person is going to become kind of available to you, and that person is going to kind of become it's going to manifest around you this week. But I would like to stay away from them, because it's going to be the bad person for you. So there is going to be the choice for somebody this week, but I would stay away from them, because this person has got too many problems. And it's not only about problems, we all have problems, but it's just kind of not quite right. So I would like to stay away. I would like you to stay away from them. It's not the right person for you at all. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for watching my video. I love you all to bits, and I'm sending you all brightest blessings, love and light. Mwah. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.